Welcome to an exploration of countries through a unique lens. We'll be discussing various factors that shape a nation's identity and appeal, including some sensitive topics. Our discussion is based on general observations, cultural associations, and available demographic and lifestyle data. This is not a scientific study of body types, but rather an analytical look at perceptions and related factors relevant to travelers and potential expats. Based on general cultural discussions and media portrayals, certain regions and countries are frequently mentioned in association with more voluptuous body types. These associations are often generalizations and do not reflect the full diversity of people within these nations. Latin American countries are often cited in these discussions. This region has a strong cultural emphasis on certain physical ideals that differ from other parts of the world. Brazil is a country frequently mentioned in this context. Its vibrant culture and diverse population contribute to various beauty standards. Colombia is another Latin American nation often brought up. It is known for its rich cultural heritage and diverse regional characteristics. Venezuela also features in these discussions. The country has a history of prominence in international beauty pageants, which may influence these perceptions. Mexico, with its vast population and diverse geography, is often included. Mexican culture celebrates a wide range of body types. The Dominican Republic is another Caribbean nation frequently associated with these discussions. Its culture is a blend of various influences. Moving beyond Latin America, African countries are also often associated with diverse and sometimes more voluptuous body types, reflecting the continent's immense genetic and cultural variety. Nigeria, as the most populous country in Africa, is frequently mentioned. Its many ethnic groups contribute to a wide spectrum of physical appearances. Ghana is another West African nation often included in these discussions. It has a rich cultural history and diverse population. Ivory Coast, also in West Africa, is sometimes mentioned. Like its neighbors, it boasts significant cultural and physical diversity. South Africa, at the southern tip of the continent, is a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities. This diversity is reflected in its population's varied body types. Other regions may also be included in such general discussions, though perhaps less frequently than Latin America or parts of Africa. These associations are often based on specific cultural ideals or historical perceptions. Italy, for example, is sometimes included, perhaps linked to historical artistic depictions or cultural emphasis on certain forms. Greek culture might also be mentioned in similar contexts. Some Eastern European countries may also be included in these broad, non-scientific associations. These perceptions are often shaped by media and cultural stereotypes rather than data. The sex ratio varies significantly by country and is influenced by a complex interplay of factors. These include birth rates, which naturally favor slightly more male births, but also migration patterns and life expectancy differences between sexes. Globally, most countries tend to have a slightly higher proportion of women than men, particularly in older age groups, due to women generally having a longer life expectancy. However, this is not universally true across all age brackets or nations. Specific and up-to-date sex ratio data for any country can be found through reliable sources. Organizations like the World Bank or the CIA World Factbook provide detailed demographic statistics. Understanding the sex ratio provides a factual demographic context. It's a key piece of data for anyone interested in a country's population structure, whether for travel, research, or potential relocation. For many travelers and potential expats, the social scene and nightlife are important considerations. A country's nightlife can offer insights into its culture, social habits, and entertainment options. Nightlife scenes are incredibly diverse, varying dramatically not just between countries but often between cities and even neighborhoods within the same country. What constitutes vibrant can also be subjective. Many of the countries previously mentioned in discussions about body type associations are indeed known for lively and vibrant nightlife. This is often a significant draw for tourists and younger expats. This includes many countries across Latin America, where music, dancing, and social gatherings are deeply embedded in the culture. African nations also often boast dynamic nightlife scenes, reflecting rich musical traditions. Nightlife activities frequently involve music, ranging from local genres to international hits, dancing in clubs or public spaces, and various forms of social gatherings in bars, restaurants, and homes. However, the quality, accessibility, and safety of nightlife can vary significantly. Researching specific cities and understanding local customs and safety tips is always recommended before diving in. A practical consideration for anyone looking to travel extensively or live abroad is the cost of living. This varies dramatically from one country to the next and impacts daily life significantly. Some countries can be relatively affordable, offering a lower cost of living compared to Western Europe or North America. Examples often include Mexico and Colombia, especially when living outside the major metropolitan centers. In these more affordable locations, housing, local food, and transportation can be significantly cheaper. This allows budgets to stretch further, making them attractive for long-term stays or budget travel. Conversely, other countries mentioned earlier have a higher cost of living. Italy and South Africa, particularly in their major urban areas like Rome, Milan, Cape Town, or Johannesburg, can be quite expensive. Factors like housing costs, the price of groceries and dining out, transportation expenses, and the cost of healthcare and education all significantly impact the overall cost of living. Researching these specific costs for your intended lifestyle is essential. Understanding the average cost of living helps set realistic expectations and plan finances effectively. It's a critical piece of the puzzle for anyone considering a move or extended stay. How welcoming a country is to foreigners, often termed expat friendliness, is a subjective but important factor for those considering relocation. It's influenced by a mix of cultural, social, and practical elements. Expat friendliness depends heavily on factors like language barriers and cultural differences. Countries where English is widely spoken or where the local culture is more outwardly welcoming to foreigners may feel more accessible. The availability and size of established expat communities can also be a significant factor. Having a network of fellow foreigners can provide support, shared experiences, and easier social integration. Many of the countries discussed, particularly those with established tourism industries or historical ties to other nations, have existing expat communities. These can greatly aid in adjusting to a new environment. However, even in expat-friendly locations, navigating local bureaucracy, understanding nuanced cultural norms, and dealing with everyday challenges can still be difficult. Patience and an open mind are key. Researching expat forums, blogs, and social media groups for specific countries can provide valuable insights into the experiences of others who have made the move. For those considering a long-term stay or permanent relocation, understanding the pathways to obtaining residency and eventually citizenship is crucial. These processes vary greatly depending on the country. Some countries offer relatively straightforward pathways for obtaining initial residency permits. These might be based on investment, securing local employment, or having family ties to citizens or residents. Specific visa programs exist in many countries designed to attract skilled workers, investors, or retirees. Researching these programs is the first step for potential long-term residents. Other countries have more complex and stringent residency requirements. The application process can be lengthy, require extensive documentation, and have strict eligibility criteria. Obtaining citizenship is typically an even more challenging and long-term process than gaining residency. It often requires several years of legal residency, demonstrating proficiency in the local language, and proving cultural integration. Citizenship processes can involve interviews, tests on civics and history, and a significant time commitment. Dual citizenship rules also vary by country. It is absolutely crucial to research the specific immigration laws and requirements of each country you are considering. Laws can change, and requirements differ significantly. Beyond the specific factors discussed, there are overarching considerations for anyone exploring countries for travel, expat life, or research. These involve safety, cultural awareness, and legal necessities. The safety and security situation should be thoroughly researched for any country or specific region within a country being considered. This includes looking into crime rates, political stability, and health risks. cultural sensitivity is paramount when visiting or living in another country. Being respectful of local customs, traditions, and social norms is essential for positive interactions and integration. Finally, for matters of residency, citizenship, or any legal aspects of living abroad, it is highly recommended to consult with qualified immigration lawyers or legal experts specializing in the laws of the target country. Relying solely on online forums or anecdotal evidence can be risky.